Rick Without the K James presents In My Opinion Podcast.
So Ali Wong, if you want to be on this podcast,
Ali Wong? I don't think we're gonna get Ali Wong.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. Where
She only
like
does-
someone like
she only
Ali
does a
Wong,
special every time.
who is a fucking beast,
Yeah.
a beautiful girl. Like, can you imagine? And she talks about how her husband makes so much money. Like, that's a hard place to be as her husband, bro. Like that just.
Oh, I wouldn't give a shit. If you think her husband probably makes a lot of money, but she just signed a $10 million deal with Netflix, so she's doing pretty good too.
Oh, I don't doubt she's doing well with money, but that's.
Are
what
you
I'm
asking
saying,
me
Ken.
would I?
Could you be with a woman like that?
Oh, let me feature for you.
would-
I'm tired of carrying motherfuckers, buddy. My back is broken from carrying motherfuckers for the last 10 years. How about me? Let me jump on your wagon. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm writing Kim jokes, and she's just not nailing it. No stage presence. I'll take that any day of the week. Any guys are so fucking stupid. There's a certain amount of guys out there that care. I would date. It doesn't matter. First of all, you're in love with somebody because you love them. That's it. And whatever they do after that is a bonus. Whether if they make a bunch of money or they don't make a bunch of money. Who cares? Come on.
Yeah, but I think for guys, we're weirder like that.
Please.
Where we're
Well, isn't
where-
that guy like fucking? He probably makes more than. Does he make more money than Ali Wong?
probably not anymore. But I think
Who knows? I don't know what the fuck he does.
no, I think he probably makes six figures, something. You know, probably.
What a bitch.
I think he's a financial advisor, some shit. Like he probably
Is he
makes
white?
good money. Maybe I don't know.
I have no idea. He's got to be white. She's Asian. He's white. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
probably.
the thing about Ali Wong is though that's one.
Where I tell
How
people,
many-
man, where to me my top two female comedians of all time are Tina Fey and fucking Ali Wong. Now.
Well, Ali Wong. I don't know if you know this. Have you ever done a show with Ali Wong?
No.
So when I first started, I was going to the Punchline where you have to wait for a year to get on stage. Sammy dragged me there every Sunday, cocksucker. And we saw Ali Wong almost every other week.
Really?
And she was tremendous. And then I did like at least 6 shows with her, opening for her in different venues in San Francisco. She was always so good. I mean, just fire. She stole the show every Punchline Sunday. Chris Garcia, Mo Mandel, there's other people over there during that. Hassan Minhaj, those guys were Ali Mafi. That's the 5 people that we would see every week. We'd see 1 or 2 of them every week when we
Really?
go. Which is why people complain about going to the Punchlines now every Sunday because everybody sucks. Like my generation was like fucking, it was me. And like Sammy and a few other people. But we got to see these guys kill it. And Ali Wong always stood out every time. So when people say, and I've heard this many times about Ali Wong, about like, she only made it because she was pregnant and did a special on Netflix. And her husband was a producer, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here's the thing. I've seen her before that, and she always stood out.
No, it looked like that in that first hour
Come
special.
on.
And then the second hour special was almost a
People
fucking,
just want to hate.
No.
Enough's
Again,
enough.
that's why you gotta give it up to people that work hard, man.
I did shows with
saw
Ali
it.
Wong.
I saw it. I
did
saw it in the writing. where it was-
Garbage King shows in fucking San Francisco I did with Ali Wong. She was hustling. I'm on year 3, and she's on year whatever. And she was still doing the same shows, headlining. And I would go up there and fucking murder it, and she would bury me every night. At least 11 times in a row.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that shit about Ali Wong. But I hear it a lot, by the way.
You
I
do?
do. I
The
I
Netflix
hear
is hateful.
But it's
people.
those old guys.
So anybody that's talking
It's all
shit
men.
about Ali Wong, and I'm not even trying to say this because I want her on the podcast or I'm kissing her ass.
Let's get her on. She might remember
I would
me.
love to. I would love.
She kind of remember. Ali, Kabir, remember?
Where then I probably wouldn't be decent because I think she is cute too, right? But I just her 2 specials. I think I put a list of the last 10 years of specials, and hers made the list. Like for that year, that was the greatest special that year.
Next episode, let me do that too. Let's do a top 10 list of specials. But let me tell you, I've seen Ali Wong at the Punchline every other week for a year, and she murdered every time. She was the star of the show. She deserved everything she got, and she's got it. And I love the fact that Ali Wong made it on pure stand-up. She didn't do any movies or TV shows. She was on a sitcom and then got a special. She got it on her own merit, on her own comedy, and that's very rare now. Okay? There's only a few of us that could get a comedy special on Netflix without being on a
Did
sitcom or a
she
movie.
record? I would have to look at that. I don't know if you know. Did she record it and then sell it to Netflix like a lot of people do?
I don't know the
or
business.
did they go in the?
No idea.
You don't know.
I know that she got a big paycheck for the next ones.
Because I know like Joy Coy, who I always thought was funny, but
He shot that in Seattle and sold it to Netflix.
Yeah.
Joe Coy's a great guy too.
Talk about a dude that was betting on himself, bro.
Good
like
for him.
fucking.
But
you know
here's
what he's selling right now? Bro.
Here's my theory, though. Joe Coy was selling out. I went on a BFF tour with Joe Coy and Angela Johnson. We did like 6 cities or something like that. Joe Coy was already selling out theaters. And he did approach Netflix, like, let me get a special. And they're like, no, thank you. It's like, what else do you have to do? I'm Joe Coy. I have a Comedy Central special. I have other credits. And I'm selling out everything. Yeah. They're like, we don't want it. He did it. Shot his special. Brought up our boys Andrew Alfalo and Joey Gia and his other one, which is great. But Joe Coy, he went to Seattle and just shot it and sold it to him, and it turned him into basically almost an arena comedian. I don't know if he's doing arenas, but he's definitely selling out theaters.
He is doing arenas.
Good for him, and very nice guy too. Very nice guy. He's just shooting a movie.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Oh, great for him.
I never understood why people get upset or why people cry about other people's success. If Joe Coy makes it, then the next Filipino comedian is going to make it too. He's making a pathway for comedians. Russell Peters blew up. How many goddamn Indian comedians have been making a living off of that guy? Nobody gives him any love. Russell Peters is, I would say, one of the top 10 comedians I know. Of all time. But I think he's one of the.
No. I think business
of all time, though. Of all time, is crazy.
I think he's the top comedian as far as is when someone can move in silence and still do what they do.
I know
that dude. Do you know that he made the Forbes list like 3 or 4 years in a row?
Do you know
for
nice
top
that guy
10 paid comedian? Nobody like he's not even the household name like a Kevin Hart, but yet he's sold more tickets those years. Like where I'm just like. That's where I commend him. Where I'm like, fuck, bro. I don't know if I want to be famous like that. You know what I mean?
I kind of like his route.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I would rather have a Russell Peters route than a Kevin Hart's route.
Yeah, go out to Applebee's and eat a fucking meal without people fucking harassing you too.
Exactly. And that's my point.
Is what he does for other comedians too. Oh my god.
And I've heard nothing but great things.
I cannot think of one bad Russell Peters stories in my life. He loves me. I mean,
man, he pays for this. He pays for that. God. He fucking helps out.
He's done. I mean, I know he books his own. I mean, what he does specifically, he books the comics. People always ask me, "He's like, why aren't you opening for Russell Peters or why aren't you featuring for Russell Peters?" I'm like, he is taking the people that he started with and hooking them up, which is fully appropriate, right?
Yeah.
I could walk in a Russell Peters set, a show, say hi to him, hang out in the green room, and get a guest set. I don't necessarily need to be booked on Russell Peters shows because he's taking care of the people that he started with. That's exactly what I would do. No. It would be you guys. I mean, who else would I book? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I book some, and I get it, but the guy is the nicest guy in the world. And I don't think a lot of Indian, and I'll say this, there's not a lot of Indian comedians and actors that give him the love that he deserves to get. It's very true. And he opened a whole payway for Hari, Hassan, all these comedians. And I haven't heard one motherfucking thing out of their mouths saying, and I say it all the time, I'm making a living doing stand-up comedy for 8 years because Russell broke that door open for me. And
do you think because they think it's Aziz? No.
Aziz. I forgot about Aziz. I don't even, Aziz is, he's an actor. Good comedian, though, too. He's whatever. But you know what the point
Russell
is? Russell's the guy. He's the godfather of comedy.
Bam. Just the way,
Here's my question. Who would you want to see for an hour, Russell or Aziz?
Oh, I wouldn't even want to see Aziz on a 10-minute guest set.
Oh, come on. Don't say that.
Is that horrible? Again, I think of him as a comedian. I love him in movies and shit. But no, when it comes to stand-up, I probably wouldn't even go see him. But Russell, I think Russell's a beast.
He broke a door and he also broke the door open for a lot of phenomenal female Indian comedians as well. There's a whole group of them in LA, very good. Facial recognition with the all phenomenal, all tremendous talents. But I don't think we would even know that there was a path of stand-up comedian for us if it wasn't for Russell Peters. So he's great.
Talking about, he's one of the first comedians that broke because of YouTube too.
He's the first
bro.
fucking Indian I've ever seen on TV doing jokes. Come on. I didn't even know that was possible. I was in high school. This guy showed me his. You know how he some fucking. You know how he did it?
What?
He's in Canada. He does a show for Canadian Comedy Central. I'm probably misquoting this. Some Chinese guy fucking taped him. Oh no, I'm sorry. Took that video and uploaded it on the internet. Burned it, stole it. Put it on. Done. And it was one of the best hour specials I've ever seen. I'll put that on top 5, by the way. When I come back with my top 5 specials of all time, or top 10, I'd be.
No, what I did
be
is
surprised to
I
see
didn't
that
put
on
top 10 specials because I'd have to put. Let's do that. Let's put a get.
I want a top
But what
10.
I did was from year 2011 to 2020, I put together the list that I thought that year because I wanted to give like flowers to fucking Patrice O'Neal. Like Patrice O'Neal, I think
Well,
that was
that's making top.
2011.
I put that in top 5 of all time.
And I think that year nobody put out a special that.
Oh fuck
Patrice-
that year! Who's doing that? Elephant in the Room was one of the greatest specials of all time.
Oh, I think, yeah, I'd have to find the picture. But I put Joy Coy, I put Ali Wong, these were those specials that just came out.
My
and he was
dry bar
like-
special last year.
And I was like,
right up there.
who?
My dry bar special.
Oh, your dry. Yeah,
Fuck you
I don't
laughing
think
about
I had
that?
anything.
That was the number one.
I don't think I had anything for 2020. So there, you can have this.
Can I have that?
Yeah, you can have.
I earned it. Very good special.
By default, it's be like an honorable mention. Fucking.
Don't be a dick. It's a very good special. Very underrated.
Where honestly,
But
when it comes to your special, let's talk about this real quick. And
Oh,
we'll go ahead
God.
and break. But why is it that you haven't shot your own special?
I did.
But didn't you do it through somebody else? I mean, like a Joy Coy type.
Why
shit.
would I do that?
Why would you not though?
Because I'm not selling. Joe Coy was already selling out multiple weekends at the same comedy club. Joe Coy was headlining Brea Improv like for a month.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, so I went through. Well, I wouldn't.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
First of all, what is the difference?
Because and correct me if
You
I'm
want
wrong.
me to shoot an hour and sell it
Mikey,
to Netflix?
Is Mikey Winfield did his own thing?
Okay, Amazon's a whole different story. Love Mikey Winfield, by the way, but you shoot a special on Amazon, okay, and then you have this thing where you could put it on yourself. So
Yeah.
Amazon is not coming to us saying we'd like to shoot a special.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No,
I
get-
just recently did an Amazon special at the Golden Nugget. So Amazon actually hit me up and said we'd like to do this special with you.
But
so
that's
I got
what I'm
paid
saying.
by
is
Amazon. and
if
they'll put it
you
on.
got real equipment, did it yourself, got full.
Too much work.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
You know, they're gonna put it out anyway. By the way, here's my question. Here's a good question. Okay. If Amazon wants to do it themselves, okay, so you could sell it to Amazon by yourself. But if you do Amazon or Dry Bar, they will put so much money into it that I wouldn't put into my own special to promote it because it's their money that they put up. So Dry Bar special, which I think is my favorite special is mine. Dry Bar, I think it's fucking fire. But what happens is, you know, I get paid, so they recruit the money. I don't know, 20 grand or something like that. And then what they do is they pay you all the profits after that.
Oh,
So you
okay.
put up nothing, they do everything.
So do you get
Yeah.
points on any of that shit?
Amazon
And
was
you
a whole
just-
different-
Is it
oh,
a quarterly
yeah.
check after that or something
It's a
like
quarterly
that?
check.
All right.
And it's
So-
and it's 4 to 5, you know? So it's like, okay, I like this. This is great. It took a while to get there because I had to sell, get 20 grand. But Amazon was a different deal too. But yeah, I mean, at some point, to answer your question, if
And
I do,
right now, do you think if you had all the money to do it yourself?
I would do it immediately.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. But would it be a half an hour special or would it be an hour special?
I do not understand the hour program. I'll never understand that. I feel like 30 minutes is the way to go. That's how Comedy Central built a brand with the 30-minute half-hour specials.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the HBO also started with the HBO half-an-hour specials. I think half an hour is perfect for everybody's attention span. I think an hour is a little too long. Unless you want to make like a movie or like a whole album. I could do without the hour.
The reason I ask that is because I tell people, for me, what I want to leave behind is a good hour special. And that's why I asked you is I don't believe I have a great hour where you look at people what was it? Killing Me Softly. Great fucking hour. Dave Chappelle. That to me that
Sticks and Stones too.
Chappelle's
my
favorite hour special of all time, and I know my viewers are gonna be like, "What the fuck is
Ellen?"
Is Bring the Pain.
Bring the Pain was Chappelle's Bring the Pain.
No.
No, I'm sorry. What is that? I'm sorry. What is that?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. I'm
With
sorry.
the big CR in the back.
Yeah.
To
I'm
me,
sorry.
and mind you, I think fucking Dave Chappelle is a GOAT. But I think at that time, with that material that Chris Rock came out with, it was so edgy, so mind fucking splitting. The way, do you know he got booed off a stage for doing that same hour in Oakland? Because when he came out with the who's more racist bit, is it black people or is it white people? They didn't know how to take it in Oakland. They were like, "What? How are you gonna be against us?" So he got booed off a stage for that shit. But that looking at the film, you're like, man, that.
Well, who wrote that hour though?
I think it was mainly him.
Team of writers.
But I think he also had Louis C.K. is accredited on that. So I don't know if he co-wrote it or not.
You want to talk about a fucking fire comedian right there?
Who, Louis C.K.? That should have never gotten his career fucking. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Then let's talk about that because I believe, again, it's one of those things. I think we talked about this. Like, if a grown man is gonna pull his dick out, right,
Louis C.K.
and you're gonna sit around, then that's on you, bitch.
Buddy,
right?
oh
my god, I'm gonna lose viewers for that.
I gotta be honest
All 14
with you.
of them.
If Louis C.K. wants to pull that shit, I look at people's body of work. I don't really look at them outside of what they're doing. Louis C.K. Did the dumbest shit ever you could possibly do, but okay.
You have to separate the art from the artist.
You're not going to watch his stand-up and say that guy's not one of the greatest comedians of all time? All of a sudden? Because he was jacking
and mind
off
you, when he was dropping an hour every fucking year for like 3 or 4 years in a row, he was also shooting
Louis
his
C.K.
show. He was also podcasting. He was also
not
doing
shooting a show, writing a show.
Writing a show, directing it, editing. He was doing everything on the show. And writing a fucking hour.
You cannot sit here and tell me that Louis C.K. is a bad
Made me feel
comedian.
lazy than a motherfucker as a comic.
Please, tell me about it. You can't tell me that Louis C.K. is a bad comedian because he made bad judgment calls off the stage. You can't do it? Okay?
No.
He's a very good comedian. Bill Burr is amazing. Louis C.K., Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal. Those are the 4. I might give you Chris Rock at 5. But that's it. Those are the 5.
And I'm a more older Chris
And I'll
Rock,
put Ellen DeGeneres
the Tambourine
in there too.
to me, even though I did like the remix or whatever that he did with Tambourine. I like that probably better than the original version. So
you ever hear the joke where Louis C.K. Talks about Schindler's List?
Which one?
Oh, my God.
Why does that sound...
Where they audition the little girls that says, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Jules. Buddy, I got to be honest with you. Louis C.K. might be actually one of the greatest minds in comedy history. So he got in trouble for what? He was locking the door and jacking off to women that were his openers. What are you doing, buddy? How does that even go through your mind? He deserves all of the shit that he's getting right now because he's a dumb fuck. You don't do that.
I
Sarah
get it on the
Silverman's-
point where
Sarah-
he wanted to show his superiority.
No,
complex type shit.
none of that.
But come on, you're Louis
No,
C.K.
he's
You're
just-
making that much money, you can't buy a hooker. Jesus
he
Christ!
had a weird fetish, and he went overboard with it. He's a fucking idiot for doing that. But that does take nothing away from a stand-up comedy. You have to separate the two. Just like Harvey Weinstein, right? You know Harvey Weinstein? Terrible guy.
But I hear a butt coming.
Made some great movies. Face Off. He created a goddamn whole production company that made like 3,000 hits in the world. He was the god in LA. And then we were like, oh, yeah, remember in 1995 when you told this bitch to show you your tits to get in the movie? But I will show you my dick to be in a movie. It's amazing how he ruined the whole process. I will blow you to get in the movie. I mean, it's not on the table anymore.
It's not on the table anymore.
Rightfully so. But I'm just saying.
Let's go ahead and break there.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.